Hi, Tabre. I hope you are doing well. The reason I'm sending this video is just to give you a quick idea of where the real money is. Okay, first off, I have 3 houses with Chris. Yes, I get 12 to 15%. I have one in Florida and two in Memphis. I think I've told you. But I'll give you an example. My brother-in-law, he's buying 10 houses. Uh, he doesn't have enough liquidity with his retirement, with stocks going up and down. He'd like something steady. So he's getting 10 houses. My customs agent son has guys, and it's just starting to pop. We started this in April, and now we're getting people coming in and investing. Okay, but here's what I want to tell you. Here's where the money is. I am the only, I know this sounds crazy. I am the only one besides Chris, because I took him up on this opportunity last April, that I can get investors. It's with Chris's team, like the guys that go down and fix up the properties in Orlando, for example, and they just might need touch up. Some might need, $1,500 or $3,500 of repair. But these, you get them as a turnkey property. Your investors don't have to know anything. And so they just want to invest, right? So here's the deal. What happens is the property, same the whole piece of pie. The investor goes in and they're a partner with Chris's corporation. So the investor on the deed, 50%, Chris's corporation, 50%. The investor, the properties get like around 30%, 24 to 30%. The investor, when they get their half, they get 12 to 15% all day long. And these are homes anywhere, say, from 130 to 195,000, right? That's where they get the 12 to 15% for the investor. They don't do anything. They don't get the renters. They don't have to find the property. All you would do, Tabre, is this. This is what my son and I do. We're getting we think we're going to have 50 properties by the end of December comes. If we don't have 50, it's because still people got to get their financing, right? And that takes anywhere from 30 to 45 days. And then getting the property. They only get about half the properties that they bid on. So the bottom line is and the investor doesn't have to worry about this, but they'll sign saying, okay, they're getting it off a contract, kind of like a wholesale. They get a wholesaler or through a realtor. And then this is where it comes in for you, Tabre. My son and I can give anybody I want with this. I can give them a 25% portion, or take the whole house. Chris's company partners with the investor. If you, Tabre, get an investor, that investor, he's the investor, and then Chris's corporation over here, you own a fourth of the house. The average investment is about $40,000 in. So look at it this way. The $40,000, that's on 30%. So I'm going to just put Tabre right here, this corner. If you get an investor, basically it comes down to, that's about $20,000 invested on your behalf, because you'd be 25% on the deed, because you're Chris's corporation side. It's not a multi-level because we don't do any legs. It's just me. You can do this. You can buy a house through Chris, and Chris, it costs an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a house to do that. With me, it doesn't cost me anything, because when I got in with him and bought my houses, he said, Craig, I just want more volume. He buys about a house a day. So he says, I want more volume. Any investors you get, you can be the Chris side. So I use Chris's team, Tyler Bennett, who buys the house in Florida, or has the teams, and in Memphis and in Indianapolis. And they're always looking for a high market. Basically, the rent is here, right? And mortgage is down here, which you can't do in California. And it's money that people can afford. And it always has a positive cash flow. So I hope some of that makes sense. But Tabre, there's such good money in getting investors. And it won't slow you down from doing your real estate in San Francisco. I'm a teacher. I have my broker's license, but I don't even use my broker's license now because it just too much time. And real estate is good for a real estate person, but to go show people and stuff, I'm just putting out there, I'm looking for investors, and that's the exciting part. So if you have any questions regarding this, feel free to call me or text me. I would recommend sometime that you go to one of Chris's events. He does 4 a year. The next one's April 22nd through 25th. The next one is in August, I think they always go from Wednesday to Saturday afternoon. But he does 4 a year. They're usually in April. This one's April 22 through 25, which I'm going to. There's one in August. There's one in January or November, and then one in January. I think I got all 4. My son and I were taking about 8 people there. Some people want to go because they meet Chris, they meet all the other investors. It gives them confidence. Other people, they don't even need to go. They're just confident with the information we give them. The only thing I say is because in California, when they do a loan, I'm just telling you this, that we want them, if there's loan servicing, when they send in their bill for their mortgage payment, they don't do any of that. Jennifer, the bookkeeper in Utah, does it. Everything's done in Utah, so you don't have to have a California LLC, which is huge. That saves you $66 a month for one property or $33 a month for 2 properties. Anyhow, feel free to give me a call, and that's all the basic information. And any questions, call me. And I know, Tabre, you would be so good at this. My son and I are killing it, and I'd love to have a team member up there. Thanks. Bye.